Good morning. This is a demonstration of the software collection script. Let's get into it and show you how it works. To start, you want to go to your C drive and create a folder called temp. It's capital T-E-M-P, case matters. Right. And then in the temporary directory, the first thing we would do is take our collector script. Well, actually, you know what? So file, save as. I'm going to throw out the temporary directory. I'm going to call it script. Excellent. And actually, I should have saved that as a PS1 file. So let me show my file extensions here real fast. I'll change that extension to PS1. Which I should have done in the first place. Okay, excellent. Now the next thing I need to do is create a file called targetlist.txt. I'm just going to grab the file name right out of the code. And place it here. Be careful not to double up in my file extensions. Targetlist.txt, exactly as it's listed in the script. Okay. This is Server 2008 we're using, by the way, but it will work with any operating system that has PowerShell, Windows 7, Windows 8, your server languages. The name of the machine is SCSM Core. This will work sort of on your domain. So I'm going to go SCSM. And because this is a development environment, only one machine is on the domain right now. I'm just going to have to synthesize doing multiple machines. So I opened up targetlist.txt and I can list my machine. In this case, 3 machines will all be the same one, SCSM Core. You can even do IP addresses if you want. So I'm at 10.1.1.8. So this middle machine will go 10.1.1.8. Okay, so your target list.txt will essentially just be a list of the machines that you'd like to poll in terms of their software. I'm listing myself, SCSM Core, my IP address, and then my canonical name again. Now, this can be 1 machine, 5 machines, 1,000 machines. It's sort of scalable in the extreme. So I'm just going to save this. Now we'll open up PowerShell. I've got it here, but if it's not on your start bar, you go to your navigation, type PowerShell. We want to run it as administrator, so we'll right-click, click Run as Administrator. And here we go. Now the first thing we need to do is, because we didn't digitally sign these scripts, I don't have certificates in your machine, we need to sort of set the execution policy to unrestricted just for a moment so we can run this script. So I'm going to set tech execution policy, and just like Linux, I can tab and finish. It will finish out the command for me. Type unrestricted. Enter. Am I sure? Yes. Okay. CD ctemp. to bring us to our directory with our script. So now I'm just going to do dot backslash and type sc and then just hit tab. It will finish it. So now my command line reads dot slash script.ps1 and hit enter. The script has sort of been in and out of a couple versions of Windows. That error is normal. I can chase it down, but it's working. And if you can see that line there, it's already pulling the first machine on this list, which is itself in our case, but it's pulling that machine and it's pulling the software list. What it will do is it will print it to the screen as well as put it in a text file in that C temp directory. You just need to wait a moment. That's the first machine, a CSM core, and it sort of lists the software, and then it hit the IP address. Now we'll hit the machine again. Now we're at the command line. And if we look in the C temporary directory, we've got a time-stamped file called software inventory. I can pull it up, and this shows the results, the timestamps, and the software pulled. This is the first machine. I continue to scroll down. This is the IP address. This is the software that it found, and the third machine. Again, in our case, all three are the identical machine, but this will move around your network. It's worth noting that the software list we're pulling here is the registered software with Windows. So if I bring in an executable and drop it on my desktop like PuTTY or something like that, it doesn't go through an install process, it doesn't register with Windows, it will not show up on this list. This will just sort of like bring out the software that is registered as installed with Windows. One other feature of the script, if you go to the bottom, underneath this line, you can read this, towards the bottom, in PowerShell, the number sign is a remark, and I've got a couple different outputs here. With this line here, let's see if it's easier to read this way. If I want a more detailed output, including the version number, the install date, things like that, I'm going to unremark this line here, and I'm going to remark out the line underneath it. And you know what you're doing. I think as soon as it point out kind of where those lines of code are at, you're going to see exactly what they're doing. So now I've unremarked the longer line, which is including, you know, the computer, software name, the version, the ID number, the vendor, all that stuff. And I've remarked out the shorter line, which really just gives us the software name and the computer. Alright, so I'm going to save this script. Again, that's script PS1. Now I'm going to run the script again, script.ps1, and we should see a more detailed output in our text file. Okay, there's the first machine, the second IP address, and the third machine. Now if we look up here, there's another file right here. If I pull this up, this has a lot more detail to include the computer name, software name, the version number, the install file, timestamp, the vendor. And this is comma separated with a little bit of massaging. It could be put into a CSV file by playing with Excel or something like that. In its essence, that is the functionality of the scanner script. Now, we need to remember to set our execution policy back to restricted. So I'm going to go set EX, just hit tab, it will fill it out for me. I'm going to go restricted. Am I sure? Yes. And that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.